Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 2nd. We're going to jump right in here, Aries. And in your general energies, you have this dolphin spirit says this and that are true. I love this card. It's a card of, number one, needing to have more fun. So anything you can do to have more fun in your life would be a good idea. It also is a card that says, obviously, this and that are true. It says whatever you believe to be true is the truth, right? It's like everybody has different beliefs and they're true for them, right? Whether they're true for other people is another story. So it kind of says like basically it says, if you want something, if you believe that you can have it, or if you believe that it's true, then it will be true. And look at this. You have the Ace of Wands to the Sun. Both of these cards are cards of like happiness and enthusiasm. They're both cards of moving towards things that make you feel enthusiastic, that make you feel excited and, motivated and all those other things. So I feel like if you can do that, then you're going to obviously have a very good week. It actually does look like a pretty good week for you. Even with this Ten of Swords here, I do feel some of you could be going through an ending. And even if we go this way here, it's like there's a new beginning available to you, but something has to come to an end. And you have the Two of Swords, not wanting to see the new beginning. So I feel like some of you, clearly, there's like a big new beginning coming in here. The Ace of Wands is out with the old, in with the new. So there's a castle right there above my finger, and it's meant to look like it's crumbling. So that's where the out with the old, in with the new is. And I feel for some of you, you just have to follow your inspirations. Again, Ace of Wands is a very passionate new beginning, and it kind of says, follow your passions, follow your heart, do things that you feel passionate about, and you'll be successful. You also have the card of conviction, the Seven of Wands. It's a card of your beliefs, right? It's a card of what you believe to be true. He is defending his position at the top of the hill, but I always say with the Seven of Wands that you need to believe something deep down in your soul, like into your DNA. If you believe something to be true, then it is. Could be that you believe that you're going to be a millionaire. Could be that you believe that you're worthy of love. Whatever it is, whatever you want. This is about developing the belief, and it kind of is a card that says when the only way is for you to be successful, then you'll be successful. So you really have to believe with that Seven of Wands. You also have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is a card of expansion. It's also a card of like growth as well. So I do feel there could be a lot of growth coming in for you at this time. One thing I would say is like, what are you waiting for? I feel like there's a change that you want to make, and I would just make the change, whatever it is. Could be like anything, moving. Could be a change in your business. Could be anything. And I feel like you need to get moving because it's like, those ships are going out. And, I have been feeling this for you all year, Aries, that, I feel there's like a very strong need for you to evolve, for you to change, and for you to like keep up with the changes that are going on in your life. If you do that, I feel like you're going to be very successful. It's a really good year for you. With the Ace of Wands, you have this escape card. I do feel like some of you want to get out of a situation. You have the adjudication card at the end, which you've had with me before, I'm pretty sure. At least maybe like last week, I think you had the courthouse card or whatever it was. Some of you could be like going through a divorce or some sort of situation like that. And obviously, legal, it doesn't matter what side you're on in a legal situation. It's never fun. So I feel some of you could be trying to remove yourself from a legal situation. For others, I feel that you're just hoping for a new beginning. With that Seven of Wands, you have this risk card. I do feel there is a risk that you have to take at this time. It's the risk of growth. It's the risk of doing things differently. It's the risk of, leaving a comfort zone. Those are the risks that you're taking. With the Three of Wands, you have this assertion card. This is your card. This is Sun in Aries. So I feel for a lot of you that, asserting yourself, being bold, being assertive, really going for the things you want, kind of like aggressively charging towards the things that you want in your life would be a good idea for you with this card. So I would be more bold, more assertive, and really kind of go for the things you want here, Aries, because that's where the success is going to come from. Next, we're going to look at the next big change that you could be experiencing, and you have this Loyal Heart card. So could be love coming in for some of you, obviously. And it's kind of funny that you have the Ten of Swords, and then right next to it you have the Four of Wands. Right below it you have the Judgment card as well. I'm laughing because I feel like some of you are saying, I don't think the Judgment card is anyone coming back from the past. Sometimes I do feel that with the Judgment card. I feel like it's just love, like the energy of love returning to your life. And I feel like maybe you've written off love, or maybe you've said like never again for some of you. But I kind of feel like there's someone who is about to like steal your heart here, Aries, or maybe they're just too damn attractive. I don't know. Or maybe you're just too damn attractive to them. And maybe they're super persistent and not in a creepy way, it's like, I mean, like in a good way. And, you know, I feel like I literally have that popping into my head that this person like steals your heart and not in a bad way either. I always have someone commenting, I don't want someone to steal my heart. I'm like, don't worry, you'll be single for life. It doesn't matter. So no one's coming for you, right? If you're leaving nasty comments. You have the Sun, the Ten of Swords, and the Judgment card here. So whatever this is, it's going to bring a lot of happiness into your life. For some of you, I can't get away from the feeling of also kind of like having some, work ideas or business ideas. I see a lot of success going down this way. You go to the Four Wands, the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is total independence, total success. I feel like there's so much success for you. You have Jupiter in your first house this year. It's going to move into your second house. And then next year, it's going to be in your second house in Taurus, right? And, damn, that's all I have to say to you is you are lucky. I feel like there is a lot of financial success coming in for you, but it is going to require you to be flexible with that Uranus and Taurus as well. Uranus and Taurus in your second house. Having Uranus in your second house is a little challenging. It's not so bad in Taurus, right? But what I would say is I would do things to kind of like, be more flexible in the way you grow your business if you have a business. Be more flexible in the way that you approach your career. Don't be afraid to make changes, right? Ten of Swords. Sometimes with the Ten of Swords, I think we can maybe get too stuck in the way that things used to be, right? We can get stuck in that mentality, right? And we can say like, oh man, back in the day, it was so much easier to be on YouTube. There was less competition. There was less this. There was less of that as well, right? All these things. So whatever your business is, it's like maybe it was easier. But I feel like that Three of Wands in your first row is really encouraging you to explore new opportunities, to explore, to play, to look at it as play as well, to look at it as fun, to look at it as something that, to look at changes and different opportunities as things that can help you grow or that can help you expand. I also feel that, again, for some of you, I do feel this is just a complete change. I feel for some of you a pretty significant change. Like maybe you have a job and you're starting a business, right? You're going from having something that feels secure to kind of something that doesn't. For others, I'm getting the words on the road as well. You might be getting into a business that like requires travel, or requires moving or something like that as well. You have the Judgment card here. And again, I really feel this is like the return of love to your life. I feel like this is kind of like something that's divinely guided, something that is really good, just going to be really good for you. So I would say go for it. You have literally every single sign here, so it could be any sign. And again, when we have Jupiter in our first house, which you do at this time, Aries, it makes you very attractive. So, it wouldn't surprise me if everybody wanted a piece of you at this time. But let's see, like, where is this going here, Aries? With the Sun, you have the birth card. Some of you could be having children at this time. I mean, the Sun is a card of children. I thought I saw something else as well. I guess not. It doesn't matter. But, you could be having children or a child, obviously. The Sun is like childlike energy. The birth card is obviously a card of birth. And the Sun is like saying that having a child could bring out your inner child, could make you more creative, could make you more successful, all those things. So it could be very motivational for you. I also feel like this could be the birth of something just new in your life, obviously like a new job. We kind of already talked about that. And again, we're talking about your next big change here. With the Ten of Swords, you have this defense card. Again, you might be a little bit defensive in love. And, again, there might be good reason for you to be defensive in love. But if you want love, I would just open up to it with that energy. With the Judgment card, you have this flirtation card. Exactly what I was saying. I'm telling you right now, Aries, I feel like there's someone who you just cannot resist. I feel like there's someone who is just too sexy or something. I don't know. Something's going on here. You cannot resist this, I promise. If it's not a person, if you already have a person, I feel like this is an idea. Maybe it kind of, sometimes I think we get really good ideas and it wakes us up in the morning, right? We shoot out of bed. We're ready to go. And that's the Ace of Wands. So, don't be afraid to follow your inspirations with the Ace of Wands, as I always say. Sometimes I think the Ace of Wands is the only thing we need in life. It is just like, it's funny that you have this escape card here clarifying the Ace of Wands. I don't really want to go back to this, but I do. I have to because it's popping into my head. I really feel this is like one of those things where it's like that spark that gets you out of bed in the morning. And so for some of you, this could just be like that one thing you need. The Ace of Wands is like the first root going down into the soil. You plant a seed, the root goes down into the soil. It's like that spark of life. And I really feel for some of you, there's kind of like something very exciting coming in for you. I don't know. I like it. Next, you in the area of the, what are we doing in this row? What you don't see coming. You have this crossroads card. It says, you'll have to make a very important decision. Is the path you're leaning towards challenging you to grow? I would pick the path that challenges you to grow. I would not pick the easy path, right? Is basically what this is saying to me. It says, don't worry so much about not finding love. It will find you. I didn't even see this. We've talked about this whole entire time. There's clearly love coming in for you. And again, I would, as far as your path is concerned, again, I would pick the more challenging path, the one that causes you to grow, obviously. You have the King of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Two of Swords. Could be a King of Cups type of person who's coming in for you. I feel like you've been getting the King of Cups quite a bit with me. It could be a water sign, but I also feel it could just be someone who has great, like, emotions. It's probably someone who's an explorer in life. There's this boat back here. The boat on the King of Cups is actually very specific. It represents a time where we would get on boats and we wouldn't know where we were going. It kind of represents this energy of exploring something that you don't know, like exploring the unknown, right? And that's what it represents on the King of Cups. So I feel like some of you, number one, you could end up with a person where you just don't know, like, the type of person, right? Maybe it's something you've never explored before. But I also feel like this person is an explorer. I feel like maybe they literally travel. Maybe they literally explore, like, mysterious locations. But it could also be something different where maybe they just live their life unconventionally. Maybe they do things differently. Maybe they do things that you've never done before. So, all those things are kind of popping into my head for this person, if this is love coming in for you. By the way, the King of Cups is a clue card for me. I have several cards in the tarot that I consider clue cards. It's not like traditional meanings, but just things I've noticed. And the King of Cups to me is a card of moving. Even though, again, traditionally, no, the King of Cups is not a card of moving. But to me, it is. So some of you might be moving. You have the Four of Wands. Some of you might be getting married, or you could be meeting the person that you will marry. Again, Four of Wands to me has always been a portal card because these people are celebrating on the other side of a portal here, over here. But it's also a card of, like, wrapping something up, and you do have the Ten of Swords right next to it. So for some of you, it's like, when something comes to an end, that's what's going to bring you through this portal and probably create a lot of clarity for you. So some of you could be, like, ending, you could be wrapping up work projects. I don't really feel this is a bad thing, actually. I feel it could be anything. Could be, like, work projects, businesses, just like other things like that you're wrapping up here. And you have the Two of Swords. It's kind of like a card of needing to trust your intuition, number one, the Two of Swords, but it's also a card of maybe needing to put your swords down, needing to open up your heart. So some of you in love could be needing to open up here if you want love, but it can also be a card of needing to see things clearly. And funny enough, there's a million ways to read the Two of Swords, but that island behind her could actually be a new obstacle, not, I always read the Two of Swords as that being where she needs to go. But it doesn't matter if it's an obstacle or not. She needs to go over there because it's new land. It's somewhere she hasn't been before. But for you, I feel it could kind of be tied to this path where there could be some opportunities where, yeah, it's going to be an obstacle. I don't even think it's that big of a deal. I think that for some of you, it's like you could be, again, leaving a job, starting a business. It's like that's the harder path, but it's going to be the one that leads to the most growth. Maybe you're ending a relationship, or maybe you haven't been in a relationship and you're getting into a new relationship. It's like new relationships kind of like are hard because you have to, like, learn about a new person. You have to, figure new things out. And that's what this reading is talking about. With the King of Cups, you have this impulsiveness card here. This is your card as well. It's Venus and Aries, but so I would be careful, it's Mars and Aries. I would be careful of rushing right into things, but I do feel like luck is on your side. You can see this horseshoe here, so I feel like there is a lot of luck coming in for you. You might impulsively move towards this person, like if it's a new person, you might just say, sure, and just see what happens, but I feel like it's going to work out for you. With the Four of Wands, you have this, it could be an Aquarius coming in for you. This is the sun in Aquarius. So if it's not an Aquarius, it could just be a person who has a lot of Aquarius in their chart. But I do feel there's love coming in for you. And it could be like the ideal form of love. Again, a lot of people have been getting this idealism card. It is a card of, like, needing to be careful of the fantasies, like thinking that something has to be perfect or whatever. So I would be careful of perfection thinking. But I do feel like there's something pretty darn close to perfect coming in for you. With the Two of Swords, you have the status card. Everybody's been getting these cards of status, or there's this card and there's another one. I think it's called Acquisition or something like that in this deck. And it kind of represents, this card is like a power couple card. So, it just seems to be one of those years where we could be attracting like a ideal partner or, like a power couple thing. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Judication card and this Pathway card. Again, I feel like you're picking the right path, with this card here. The Judication card, some of you could be getting good news in a legal matter. If you're not involved in something legal, I feel this could just be like balance or something that is very balanced entering into your life. So I do like to see that as well. You have the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. I do feel you are very clear, kind of like your intentions. I feel like you're being very clear with people. I also feel like you are understanding like the things that you want in your life. So your vision is very clear. That's really all we need. If we just have something to aim at, if we have something to say, this is what I want in my life, I want to go in this direction. Again, sometimes that's all we need to be successful. So I would pay attention to that. You do have the Queen of Pentacles here. So I do feel that you're very resourceful at this time. You could be focusing on your resources, or you could just be very focused on kind of like increasing your resources, making more money. And that just, wouldn't really surprise me. So I do feel a lot of you are very focused on increasing your resources. Here you go, Nine of Pentacles. So, pre-Empress energy, but also probably increasing your resources. Definitely could be making more money at this time. I feel like your ideas are really good. Like, I feel like you need to not sell yourself too short here, Aries. This is the good stuff, obviously, so these are good things coming in, but I feel like some of you, maybe you just don't know that your ideas are good. And this could be in business and work, it could be anything, and I really feel you need to trust your kind of like your ideas and the things that you believe. I was dropping this submission card here where there's like a bird in a cage and the cage door is open. So I don't take pop outs. Plus these cards are just super slippery. So they're not even pop outs. They're just, slippery ass cards, right? But let's see. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have this bluff card here. Again, this is the good stuff. So I feel like you're just proving yourself right to people. I feel like you could be kind of breaking, it's kind of weird. I just get this message all of a sudden that you could be breaking some generational curses as well. I don't really believe in curses, but it's like, I think we do have certain things that are passed down through generations. Could be like generational beliefs, could be, just like certain things we were raised to believe as well. And I feel you could be kind of, breaking out of some of those things. I don't know. That's what I get there. There you go. With the Queen of Swords, you have this Extremism card. Again, normally a challenging card, but in this row, it's going to be a good card. I feel this has to do with your thinking and your focused thinking. I do feel you could be a little bit obsessive this year, but not in a bad way. Again, sometimes I think if we just focus on exactly what we want, then we get it. So, that Queen of Swords to me, I'm seeing her as like being laser focused, and I feel that's what you need to be this year, especially in work or business. With the Nine of Pentacles, you do have this Quarrel card. Again, if you're in a legal matter involving money or divorce where you're trying to separate things, it could actually be good for you. I would avoid arguments at all costs this year because Mars retrograde, at least for the first like half of the year, I would say. I would avoid arguing with people in your life. But we're going to pull 5 main themes for you at this time. You have this wheel card. It says indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. Again, I'm not saying that you're wasting time right now or anything like that, but I would start moving here. I don't think anything bad's going to happen or anything like that if you don't either. But especially for those of you that have ideas, or maybe, if you have a business, for example, maybe you see your competitors are outgrowing you. I would say, what are they doing? I would start studying the competition and figure out what they're doing, because they might just be doing things differently. They might be mixing things up. I also think that would be a good thing for you to do is, number one, educate yourself, especially in work or business. If other people are outgrowing you, there's just so much opportunity for you to make money this year and next year as well, that I would be learning how to grow, learning how to do things better, getting certifications, anything to make yourself more valuable. I would definitely be doing it. It'll make you more money, I promise. You have this Harp card. It says great happiness. I do feel that you're entering into this period of happiness. Jupiter in your first house. You have this Lion card. It says time to act. Yes, definitely time. 3 of Wands. Time for you to take action on your ideas, plans, goals, wishes, dreams, all that stuff. You have this Horse card. It says short journey. I always get travel for you, like traveling. Some of you, I keep getting work travel. So some of you might literally be traveling for work. It might even just be short, like, it might just be around your state or something like that. Maybe you have to like travel between buildings or something like that. I don't know. But I get short travel or short trips for you. I feel like travel could be very good for you as well. You also have this butterfly card. It says a change for the better. Yes, definitely major improvements coming in for you, Aries. Not surprised at all. I think that it's just a time of improvement. I feel it's just a really good time for you, just in general. I love it. So thank you for being here, Aries. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.